Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. For those of you that don't know Junaid Jamshed Saab, I'd like to introduce you to him. He was a pop star all of his life, and he was a playboy. And 7 years ago, his life changed to Islamic ethos. And from then on, he hasn't looked back. He has also been doing advertising in Pakistan for a lot of big companies. And companies actually had offered him, when he stopped doing the advertising and stopped doing all this pop music, they offered him millions of dollars to carry on. And he fought that, and he never really, went by it. He's actually also a mechanical engineer by trade, owns 52 boutiques, and he's world-renowned as well. He's actually, been a friend of mine for the last 3 or 4 years. And he's happily married, by the way, with 4 children. And for the ladies, if you didn't know, his wife is a karate expert. And anyways, Safia has been, making us all very emotional. And I thought I'll probably lighten it up a little bit for you guys and tell you a few experiences that I had with Junaid Saab on our travel. He's been traveling with me all the way. On Friday, apart from all the other times, on Friday we were coming to Pietermaritzburg, and he had a Friday Juma bayan at Mountain Ice Mosque. And then he says to me, "Arey yaar, Osman, you travel on this road every single day?" I said, "Almost." And he says, "For how long?" I said, "For about 15 years. He says, "Arey yaar, you must be knowing this road on the back of your palm." I said, "Yeah, I can probably, drive on this road with my eyes closed." You can, very mashallah, but don't try it today. So anyway, we're coming down today to Maritzburg, and he says, "You've been to all my programs, and you listen to my CDs in the car, and I'm sure you have by-hearted it by now, quite a few." I said, "Yes, of course." So he says, "Look, if I have a problem with my throat, maybe you can help me on the stage." I says, "Yeah, of course, but not today." And I missed our Saturday. I told you about Friday and today. Saturday we had to go out, and he went to Phoenix, and we were showing him around poor areas. And I'm sure you guys don't want to actually get lost in Phoenix, because asking directions there is a nightmare. I stopped by one guy, and I says, "How do you get out onto the highway?" He says, "No, you see, uncle, you go straight. When you come to the corner, you turn left, right?" So you don't know where to turn. So Junaid Bhai says, "You know what, just stop at this filling station and I'll find out." We stopped at the filling station, and there was a female petrol attendant, and he called her up and he says, "Sister, how do you go to Durban?" She says, "Aish, Numzan, you got a beautiful car, I go in the taxi." Anyway, I just want to come, I've been given only 2 hours to introduce this thing, and it's a very short time, by the way. Earlier on, Brother Rizwan said, "Look, if you get $30 million or 30 million rand, what would you do?" He was asking the brothers, but he doesn't know that the sisters are better financial planners than the brothers. And I'll prove that to you. There was this guy by the name of Ted, a teenager, in family business. Father was getting old, getting sickly, and his father was single as well. So his father said, "Ted, you're going to be taking over this business. It's worth $200 million. And one of these days, it'll be yours." So Ted said, "Okay, I think I need to get married." And he went to a financial meeting. And here was Jane, who is the chartered accountant. And he spoke to Jane, and he sort of liked her. And he proposed to her. He says, "Look, Jane, my father's got a huge business. He's quite sickly, and I don't see him lasting a few more years. So I'm looking for a wife that can spend this fortune with me." So Jane reckon, "All right, give me your business card," which he did. And as I said in the beginning, that ladies are better financial planners than men. 3 days later, Jane was his stepmother. Without further ado, I would call upon Brother Junaid Jamshed to come and this thing. It's not my show, it's his. Brother Junaid.
Yeah, I'll use this one. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Nahmaduhu wa nusalli ala rasulihil kareem. My dear brothers, sisters, friends, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. It is obviously a big source of encouragement for all of us that, mashallah, the people of Pietermaritzburg have come here, and mashallah, you have donated so generously. As my buddy Aussie was narrating his anecdotes, you know, I must tell you, Osman bhai, we were all enjoying them. And I was laughing at them in anticipation because I have heard each and every one of your anecdote at least 50 times. So I was, you know, the moment you would start, I would start laughing because I still enjoy them. And that's because I just love your company. And I mean, not because you're in front of me. I've actually enjoyed myself so much, and in these 2 weeks, and Sister Safia, I mean, when you were getting emotional about this whole effort that mashallah you've put, I mean, it's not easy. I know it's not easy because I have spent 16 years in showbiz, and I know what it takes to actually organize a whole tour. Over here, I just want to tell you one small thing, that because that was zulmat, that was disobedience of Allah, there never used to be any barakat in it. Never. And you know, the heart used to feel, the heart used to feel an emptiness, you know, rather than any source of fulfillment. And when you do something, you know, that when the tour used to end, there used to be like no feelings. The tour has ended, just like any other tour, the tour has ended. But over here, you know, when you do realize that somehow tomorrow, inshallah, you will become part of happiness for so many people. देखिए, जब तक मैं pop music में था ना, as long as I was in pop music, I didn't care.